So what are you cooking?
Making the carnitas.
Say that again?
Making the carnitas.
Can you speak up, please?
See, it says carnitas.
Carnitas?
Yes, and
What's
this
a
is
carnitas?
this is like a pork dish with onion and pepper, peppers, and garlic. And once it's made, then you throw it. That's the meat portion of how you're going to wrap in your tortillas. So we're also going to have to put together some vegetables, and we're going to make you and I are going to make the guacamole. Okay.
You're gonna make guacamole?
Yeah, I always make guacamole.
You don't know how to make guacamole?
I just know it's avocados.
You basically take the avocado and add peppers and other stuff.
I'm not going to add peppers. What I am going to do is add tomato and lime juice.
Sounds
A
like
little bit of
fun.
salt. Okay, so here's this. I'm going to have you take all of these limes. How good are you with a knife?
Good. I
Okay.
haven't killed myself yet.
Okay then.
Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself with a knife.
Take the yellow cutting board that's back there.
Remember, we're supposed to have a pleasant dinner tonight that does not involve a trip to the hospital.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Yeah, because they'll say, you again?
They know they will.
Exactly.
First the flu, now an ear infection. What's next?
Well, we'll have to see about this one.
What are the music channels? What channel does the music start on?
18 something. Okay, I'm going to give you this knife. Now, just make sure when you're cutting that you do this to the fingers. And that way, and you do even slices as you press so that you're not going to get to your fingers. Because if you do this, we're going to have blood with it. And it's going to be delicious, but not the colors I want. So cut them each in half, and then I'll show you what I need next.
Okay.
Now, just be careful, because now I gotta put the meat in here and start searing it, and there's oil in here and it's hot, so.
Oh, that's
As you slice, you press it down, that's right. These two. Yeah, you will do those. We'll do those. But for now, what I want you to do is put this in upside down like this. Now, this is going to take some time because you're going to have to squeeze like hell over this. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
So you might want to put this closer to you. With the knife aside. When you put a knife down, always put the blade away from you.
You mean she's gonna have to squeeze like heck?
That too. You know what? Do it over here because at least that's a little more solid on the counter. All right, now try. See what happens. We might have to throw.
What are you making the lime juice for?
The lime goes in here, and it's going to go in the guacamole.
What's that?
This is the carnitas. This is the pork.
I usually squeeze this by hand to get it out.
My mom has a clever little tool for everything.
Yes.
I do. Now, see, now
Where'd
let
this
me
tool
tell
come
you,
from?
When that, huh?
Where'd this tool come from?
What tool?
I don't know, whatever she's using to squeeze
Pampered
the...
Chef. These days, whatever funny tools I have are from Pampered Chef.
Everything's Pampered Chef?
At this point, yes.
Is there anything that's not Pampered Chef?
There are a lot of things that aren't. Everything that's in here, for example, is not Pampered Chef. Everything that there is. It's really difficult. When this is done, you put these in while you cut, but usually you put them in, there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can roll this like this.
That's what I taught to do with like a
Yeah,
lemon if you want to
exactly. Or you can put it into the microwave for like 7 seconds,
Yeah.
and that will soften it up also.
For argument's sake, can I try? I just want to see how like
Okay.
actually tough it is.
Well, I'm also younger than you, so.
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful. He's got strong hands. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Now you can just throw that thing away. It's inside. Yep.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
You'll get there, kid. You'll get there. It's okay. I don't know what to do with this.
You throw it away. No, right there.
Hey, Steph. You want to suckle on a lime? What? Was that a yes? All right. Here you go.
So you see what I'm doing now? What I'm doing? It's called searing.
A lot of habit.
Yeah.
So you get the
Oh,
pot.
whenever you're done, just
hot,
throw it out.
Is there a
And
catch?
there's a little bit of
No, it's
oil
we
inside.
squeeze them, and now we're done with them.
And then what we're doing is we are kind of like frying it on all sides, but not until it's cooked. Just until it has a little bit of a crust everywhere.
Ma, you got to speak up. I'm literally standing right here, and I can barely hear you over the sound of the caviar or whatever it's called.
Oh, well, but I was talking with Kay. You want to hear it too?
I'm yes, I'm very curious.
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm searing. And searing means that you take a very hot pan,
Yeah.
because especially if you're using stainless steel like this, you got to let it heat for at least 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then you put in some oil.
All right.
Usually it's a couple of tablespoons. And then you put in your meat, and it's almost like frying it on all sides. And all it's doing is it's sealing all of the raw edges, but it's keeping everything in the middle raw.
Okay.
So then when you go to cook it, now what I'm doing
Okay,
is
thank you.
this is a pressure cooker, so it's infusion cooking, which means that
It's you said infusion?
Infusion.
Okay.
So what it does is, because it's done by steam and very, very high temperatures, it keeps all of the juices and all the flavors throughout. But
That's
it won't
pretty cool.
leak because I've seared it first.
Oh.
Okay?
So it's almost like you're making like a little bowl inside the bowl with the material itself.
Kind of, sort of.
That's cool.
Yep. All right, now this is actually, I think, pretty much ready. There were a couple of pieces that didn't really get seared. That's because I'm using more meat than I normally would have.
Well, this is also a meal for a massive amount of people, so.
Yeah. Except I'm also making, clams and whatever the other stuff is for your father's strep, because I don't think he'll eat this.
That's fair. Do you want me to move anything off this table? Clear it up a little bit?
With this back in the cabinet,
Sure.
second, you'll see the space.
I'll seize it.
There it is. If you can find room for that coffee on the top shelf. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, we're live on Twitch right now. We've been live on Twitch since.
Twitch?
Yeah, we've been
the whole
live ever
time.
since you guys started.
No wonder you said speak up.
Yeah, of course.
Hi. This is Lyric Sheila's Kitchen Karaoke.
Oh, they know. It's in the title. It's all.
I guess you're not going to be able to take that stuff away then.
No, right now.
It can be put into the refrigerator if you have a place to put it. This goes in, well, actually we're going to use this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to, I want to wash the cilantro.
Oh, that's a lot. We're just trying to figure out what that was.
Well, so this is a Spanish dish. Spanish dishes, you use cilantro, you use salsa lots of times, and you use cumin, you use lime. That's why we're using lime. I bet you that's Zach's. It's been sitting there for days.
Garbage.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I've seared the pork medallions. Now I'm going to add a sliced large onion and sliced red pepper. Be careful because that's open, all right?
Yeah, I see it.
And I also used the poblano pepper because poblano peppers have a spiciness to it. So that'll be really nice with this. So that goes in. And now I'm going to take, well, the recipe calls for 4 cloves of garlic. but I'm using 6 because I love garlic.
I love it.
Okay. So you see, I'm doing
We only
kind
do
of
this
what you
3
did.
pounds of coffee.
It really goes up in there.
Oh.
So just wait for now.
Yeah, I gathered.
So this is doing the same kind of thing, and it's going to squeeze looking like that. I'll show you. See how that comes out really beautiful? And now I'm just going to take my knife and... That's all right. Put a couple more cloves in. All right.
Do you want me to cut these 2 up?
Yes, please.
These marks.
Yeah, those are probably going to be easier because they're older.
I was actually wondering where that went.
What meant? Oh,
This is mine.
yeah, I know it wasn't mine. There we go. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to bring this over here real quick. I'm going to give it a quick stir. Actually, I'm going to shut this down because we're no longer searing. All right. Okay. And now, oh, that's the wrong recipe. What the heck? Oh, here it is. I was going to say, I'm not doing egg roll in a bowl. 1/4 cup fresh lime juice, which is what Kaylin is doing for me.
What's up with the berries?
They're just for the refrigerator.
Oh.
But because I also increased the amount of meat, I'm going to use a little more lime juice. You're okay. In fact, I'm going to use a lot more lime juice. Because since this is infusion cooking, you do need, usually you need a cup's worth of liquid so it can get up to steam. So I basically did 1/2 cup. But there are other things in here that will start to break down and form liquid.
This can't
Okay.
be in here.
Now, looks like everything is in there. Now I'm going to put the lid on. And it sings to me. Okay. Now, I put it onto, I'm actually going to custom cook, and it's going to custom cook for 10 minutes, so I need to change the time from 30 that came up automatically to 10. In case any of you who are watching want to know what this is Pampered Chef's quick cooker. I don't know how I ever lived without it. It came out last September, and it is a pressure cooker. You can do everything in it, including making desserts. I make a killer cheesecake in this thing. You can also proof bread. So, perfect. So now it's at 10 minutes, and I'm going to press start. And now it looks like it's like a running, oh, okay, hold on. Let's see if that's done. Ooh, beautiful.
So how do you know when it's done?
Well, all you have to do is you take a knife,
Yeah.
and you put it through, and if it goes in without any resistance, it's done.
Cool.
It's kind of like with potatoes. Okay. So,
That I actually knew.
okay.
'Cause I do that with potatoes.
So now, sweetie, if you can just take this and mash it up. Mash it as well as you can, because I like it creamy. But anyway, right now what's happening is whatever is in here is now coming up to pressure. There's this little running thing that happens until it comes up to pressure. When it comes up to pressure, this little red button will come up. Okay? And this is where the steam comes out. This pressure cooker is made so that it's very safe. You can touch it, and it's only just warm to the touch. You'll never get burned. But but when you do have to do a release on the steam, it's away from you, so that when you press the button, the steam comes up here and you're never going to get hurt. So now we just have to wait for it to come up to pressure. Once it comes up to pressure, it will automatically count down the 10 minutes that I asked for the cook. And then instead of releasing the pressure when it's done, I'm going to do a natural release, which means I'm actually going to shut it off. Actually, I'm not going to shut it off. It's going to start counting backward from the time it was cooking. And when it reaches 10 minutes, that's when I shut it off and I release whatever pressure is still in there. And then it's ready to eat. Woohoo! All right. So at this point now, we're just going to start making all of the accompaniments, which means we have to make the guacamole. We have to get the cilantro ready. Scotzel?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Okay. Can you get me down, please, in there? Oh, you look nice. You know the divided plate that I use?
Yeah.
For
The white one?
yeah, it's on the top
This
now.
one?
Yes, but be careful. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm thinking also get me down that big white one. Yes. Because I think what I'm going to do is we're going to cut up some fresh lettuce. It's outside. In here, I'm going to put in like the cilantro and the guacamole and probably the, I don't know, and the tomatoes. The salsa I'm going to put in another container.
Cool.
Another thingy jar. You like it too, huh?
I like
good.
mine.
For what it's worth,
Yes.
I'm just going to pull up the Twitch. That way, if people are watching and they want to ask you any questions, you can see the questions on here and you can respond to them directly.
Okay. Another unknown number. It gets to ring. This is done. Let me just take care of this real quick.
Haha.
What?
I guessed your pen.
Say what?
I guessed your pen.
You did? It wasn't hard, was it? Oh, I hear something. Oh my God. Really? A battery?
It's not me.
No, it's not me either. But okay. Alright. So has anybody asked any questions?
No, but thankfully there's a good advisory that this is intended for mature audiences.
Really?
Your discretion may be advised.
This is so that when you say heck,
I see. Okay.
hey look, that's a you.
And that's a me.
Just remember, you're not looking here, you're looking there.
So there's a big lag between what's actually being.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I see that.
You got that?
Also, we'll use this.
Yeah. I guess I put a little too much juice in here. That's alright. So you know, at this point, we're just going to cover it back up and we'll let it sit. Alright?
This is a good example too of how you can see what they see. So like when you're displaying things, displaying them back here, not as good because especially the way the light is. But you know, like these are things you can see really well. So like if you want to display something there, it looks a lot better because they can't see back here as well.
But that's where I do that's where I do all my cooking, so they're not going to see it.
We
Okay.
have a lot of extra money.
No, but we're going to be using it.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be using it. If I don't need it for this, which I obviously don't at this point, and I'm not going to need a whole lot of it for the guacamole, I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator for all the time. Let's get all this stuff thrown out, please. Let's put this here. Okay. Let's take this. I'm going to leave that. Maybe not. Now it's time to do dishes. what program is this?
This is Twitch.
Twitch. I don't know.
Can we take this out of the bag?
Twitch is like the streaming site.
Streaming site. And it, but
Oh.
I don't get it.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I mean, it is a streaming site, but it
It's
doesn't
the
go anywhere.
streaming site.
But it doesn't go anywhere.
What do you mean it doesn't go anywhere?
You have to be logged onto Twitch in order to see it.
You don't even need to be logged on. That computer's not logged on.
Then how did you get it?
What do you mean, how did I get it?
Just what I said.
I don't understand what the question
You
is.
turn on the computer and automatically it shows the picture?
I went
I
to
don't think so.
twitch.tv. I went to my Twitch channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Alright, so now we just put this away so we
I
can
mean,
start
once
washing
the
dishes.
once the live stream is done, I can export it to YouTube.
But none of my friends are gonna see it, because none of my friends are on Twitch.
So they'll see it when. There's a difference between a live podcast. Like, think of this as a live podcast.
No, but I always go Facebook Live. That's where my friends are.
That's fine. They'll see it in the archive video when it's just on Facebook. Or I mean, when it's just on.
YouTube.
That's the word I'm
Yeah, but
looking
that
for.
they're not gonna go to YouTube. That's what I'm telling you. My business
So
is.
they go to YouTube Live, but they don't go to YouTube? So how do they go to YouTube Live?
They don't go to YouTube Live.
What are you talking about?
They.
Oh, you do Facebook?
We do Facebook Live.
So upload it. So you can upload a link to Facebook. You upload it to YouTube, and then you take that link, and you put it on Facebook, and you hit enter.
Wait a minute, I lost you.
You upload to YouTube.
I have a hard try. I couldn't find the way to do that. Okay.
Well, when you're on Twitch, there's a button that just says export to YouTube. And then done.
But I want to export it.
To your
Facebook.
YouTube. Oh, no. You don't export it to Facebook. Facebook doesn't archive any of this.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes. Facebook is a terrible system to do this on.
Except we're all old fuddy-duddies, and that's what we use.
Yes, which is why... Listen to me. You're live streaming on Twitch. Your
Yeah.
archive goes to Facebook. You then get a link to that archive, and you post that on Facebook.
And then it
They
brings
will
you.
click that, and it will take
brings
them
you
to YouTube,
I get it.
where they can watch it.
All right, fine. I'm sorry. It's old dogs don't always learn new tricks. It stopped. It stopped over.
Yeah.
Is this light? What about
I
it?
want to. Out of curiosity,
I
I
really
want
need
to
to
see
get-
what it looks like without this light on.
It's too dark.
Does that change anything?
Yes, you can't see anything now where you are.
That's so much better for the quality of this.
I don't think it is.
Then the question is, do they see? Nope, that's as bright as it goes. Oh, Chris thinks it's better with the lights off.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
better with the lights off. Okay.
It's because they can actually see what's going on back here better when there's too much light down here. The camera's way over there.
All right, but I can't see what I'm doing.
You're better, in fact, you might even be better turning this off and just having the light over here.
This is a friend of yours, Chris.
Yeah. Thanks
How
for
long
tuning
have you
in,
been
buddy.
on? How long you been on?
Yeah, he agrees.
What?
That it's better with that light off. Because if you see now, you can actually see like the details of the things out here, and
Yeah.
you can see back here easier.
All right.
But so, this is a much more seamless system that you can see.
Hold on, there's something I gotta go fix over there.
Uh-oh. Well, remember, you keep narrating. Because it's like it's a big old show. There you go.
All right.
It wasn't closed all the way.
No, you have to be careful with these things. They all have to line up so that the steam doesn't come up. But now that the steam isn't coming up from there, the red button came up. Now it's going to very quickly. Yeah, it's good. It's going to very quickly now go to the countdown from the timing.
That's good.
You know.
But when you're doing this, I know you're explaining this to me. Look that way.
Who wants to set the table out there?
I can do that.
All right.
Steph.
I can do
You
that.
can do that, Steph. Yeah, I heard that.
Set the table. Because that's the nice thing to do.
Okay, so I gotta finish this thing. So
Also, Chris, let me know if you can hear the music, because I put on some like light classical music and it just stopped. I don't know if it's worth actually having that on there. I'll see. It's massively dark here.
No, really?
There needs to be some light here, just not like intense. The other alternative is you do
you
this.
see what I'm washing with the knives too? I also put it here and not with all that stuff. And the blades are going that way.
Yeah, that's Mama Shift Core. That's
Mama Shift Core, yeah.
Yeah. That's Mama Shift Core and K. She's just one letter of the alphabet.
No, it's 3KAY. I hate people who just give me the letter.
Oh, my bad.
You have to spell it 3.
Alright, how's the island now? Island's better now? Does this light cause issues with the camera? I don't know if this light's going to cause any issues because it's looking directly at the camera.
See, I never use that light unless I'm doing something
Yes, but the audience says that it's easier to see what's going on.
with that light.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
You're on camera, by the way. Oh. It's live.
So you all know what we did here today?
Cool. So the light's not even bothering the camera where it is.
Oh, all right.
So that's good. I just noticed it over here on the playback. But yeah, with the blinds shut, closer to nighttime, you can actually see what's going on back here now. You can see the pressure cooker. You can see Steph.
The quick cooker.
You see K with the 1K. It's just a letter.
No, it's not.
A little bit of lens flare. It's also because of the distance. We're also obviously on my Twitch channel right now, so my video recording equipment is actually not as good as hers. Because mine's about 2 generations older than hers. So when...
Is this live?
Yeah, this is live.
Oh, shoot.
The audience is right there. But that's the camera that's being done, so wave to the camera.
Hi. Oh, yeah. I'm on
Alright.
candid camera.
Okay, so we're making carnitas, and the carnitas is actually now cooking in the quick cooker. So it's pork and cumin and chili powder.
There you go. This is only to see
I
chat.
know, but I was looking at that because that's what reminds me what's in there. So I took pork, made big medallions, put it in a big big baggie, a Ziploc bag. I added lots of cumin, lots of chili pepper, chili powder, salt, and then let it mix around a bit. Then I seared it for like 5 minutes in the hot container inside the quick cooker, and then I shut that off, and then I added a sliced onion, a sliced red pepper, and a sliced poblano pepper. I put in like 6 cloves of garlic and about a half a cup of lime juice. It is now pressure cooking. It's only going to take 10 minutes for it to cook. It's amazing. You can put a meal on the table in less than half an hour. It's amazing. All the other little things I have to do will probably take more time. So at this point now, I'm going to make some fresh corn, but I'm going to do it in the microwave. And since there's already a hole in it, that will be the steamer. I'm going to put it in there for 8 minutes. And it will be done. And I only did 8 minutes because it is covered, it's almost completely covered. If you had just put it in paper towel, it would have been to 4 to 5 minutes for the 2 ears of corn. But it'll come out very nicely. Let me see what else might have. Alright, so now we're going to rinse. You want to rinse these for me in cold water?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Once they're rinsed, then you just take some paper towel, put it on the paper towel. Okay?
Water.
Cold water, yep. Then, we're going to make some guacamole.
Do you want me to take this off the elastic?
Once it's It's washed, yes. So of course, I bought the best avocados I could get, but they were a little hard. So I put them in actually, Kay helped me. She put them in this paper bag, brown paper bag, with a banana, and just closed it up, and it's been like this for maybe 2 hours. And now, I can actually work with them. Beautiful. So that's one way to ripen them a little more quickly. Okay. Now I can throw this away.
Is there anything else that you want to set up? Be there in 2 hours.
Yeah, we have plenty of food. Come on down. Come on down. All right. Let me see. What was I coming in here for? Oh, tomatoes. Tomatoes. Where are you? So I make a very simple guacamole. I just take the avocado, I scoop it out, and I'll if you want to watch it while I'm doing it, you can. I like to take grape tomatoes. These happen to be Kumado tomatoes, so they're sweet, but they're like a reddish brown, very pretty. I happen to love the color like this. And then I'm just going to put in some cilantro and some lemon juice, rather lime juice, a little bit of salt. That's it. So, woohoo!
Sorry.
It's okay. Maybe I can actually do the guacamole here. Alright, so now that I have a clean cutting board, I will use the Santoku knife. So in case if all of you are wondering, I do a lot of these things off of Facebook, but I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. I love to do parties at your home. We do lots of good cooking, and I try to use as many Pampered Chef products as I can, and this is one of them. It's one of my favorite pieces. It's a Santoku knife. It's really well balanced, and the knife goes through the sheath handle so that it'll never break at the handle. Okay, it's a nice weight, and this is really one of my favorite knives. The other favorite knife, is also my Pampered Chef. You have to excuse me because I really don't speak that much, but what's this called?
What? A knife.
Thank you.
Julienne? Julienne knife?
No, I can't believe I can't think of the name of it.
What? Is it?
It's paring knife.
Oh, there you go.
I
had half of it.
It really sucks to get older. All right.
I had half of the
So
name.
I'm actually gonna. I think I'm gonna use this. So I'm going to just see that you have to be very careful because these knives are very sharp. Okay. So you just cut it around, twist it, comes out like that. I really should have a bowl. That would be helpful. What happened?
Well, Chris says he loves Pampered Chef stuff,
Yeah.
and needs details so that he can order from Mama Chef Corps.
Oh, that's great. I can give you my website.
It'll be in the description down below.
It should be.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. So my website is pamperedchef.biz
That's just.
/ Sheila Clark. SHEILA. What? I should
This
type it.
this is one of those things that you type because no one watching is
All right, so
listening
where
for
am
that.
I going to be? Right here.
Just right here. That's fine.
Oh, right there. So.
Yeah, because you can answer in chat. This is the nice thing about having a computer separate from your recording device.
There it is.
Ta-da!
In fact, we just
It should be even clickable.
just last week we brought in our new spring products. I do have a few of them here, but
You know what I just realized?
What's that? What happened?
You're on your own Twitch account. Because it didn't come up as Shift Court. It came up as Lyric Sheila.
Oh my god! I didn't know you made me an account?
I didn't make you an account. You must have made yourself an account
I
at some
never
point.
made the account.
Well, congratulations, you have your own Twitch account. You're streaming on my Twitch account.
There goes my paycheck.
Yeah.
So you know what, Chris? What you ought to do is you ought to have a party. If you can get other people interested in looking online, don't order right away, but if you get $200 worth of sales, then you as a host will have the opportunity to get free products and highly discounted products. So that's up to you. We can talk.
You might be able to talk to Slender about that, because Slender used to... I'm sure Slender uses products like this in his work world. Hashtag Slender Fuji.
And what does Slender do in his work world?
I know that Slender was a... Oh man, I'm gonna say it wrong, and I'm not gonna remember what it is. He's a chef.
Line chef, maybe a sous chef.
It's a good question.
Well, I'm also a sous chef. I work with a private chef.
Slender does something with food. Sorry, Marcel.
Oh, Marcel, from
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, that's Slender Fuji.
Oh, okay. See, I do remember some things. I remember hearing your name.
Chris is in Canada too.
Cool.
Different part of Canada.
My mom's muffin pan just broke after 15 years. She got a good amount of use out of it, but I'm not surprised that it lasted 15 years. That's amazing. Yep, we do have some new pans. In fact, we have the standard muffin pans. Oh, you're in Jersey? Like that, Scott, he's in Jersey, not in Canada.
I said Chris.
Yeah, Chris is.
Oh, wait.
This is Chris saying.
Which Chris is this?
Wow, Chris C.
My bad, different Chris.
Oh, okay.
The other Chris I'm thinking of is Sork. This is yeah, my
All
bad,
right.
my bad.
Okay. That's
Yes, this
okay.
is New Jersey, Chris.
Well, depending on the part of Jersey, I would actually come down and do a show for you.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really would. I mean, I will go within about approximately an hour and a half from where we are. So that means, well, what part of Jersey are you in, Chris?
Yeah, see, there you go. You knew.
Well, because I'm looking at his answer, trying to look at his answer.
That's fair.
You see?
So,
All right, so now my hands are getting
you
mucky.
okay?
Yeah.
Kay looks tired.
Yeah? Did I overwork you, dear?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's been fed. Well, she hasn't been fed. She's been playing with it.
Very soon.
I'm a different version,
He's in
okay?
sauce.
About 2 hours away from here. Well, you know what? I would still be willing to do it. If you could get together a party of, 10, 12 people, it would be certainly worth everybody's while.
Katie is going to be moving back, so that's how I know Chris is.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember Katie. Katie was one of the girls I used to go to college with.
DCC?
Yes, Christina. Katie was Christina's sister. I went to her Christmas party every year.
Okay.
Katie introduced me to Chris, and she's actually moving back to New York soon as well.
Okay.
So she'll be needing a bunch of stuff as well. So that's
All right,
another good
then.
person to talk to.
There we go. Well, you hooked me up there. All right.
This is gonna be really funny though, for like any time I'm like out of the frame, and there's somebody that like comes to watch the channel that's expecting to see Shiftcore,
Yeah.
but Shiftcore's not here, and I'm not hosting someone else.
But it's not
So it's
on
just someone on
Shiftcore.
my account. No, you're definitely on my account.
Oh, all right.
You're just answering questions on your own account.
I see. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
You're basically one of my viewers right now. Because this
Oh.
computer's on your account, but that's happening on my account.
I see. All right. Well, that's really a wonderful thing because it broadens my horizon.
Yep, and I like the cool thing about this too is that, I mean, this is neither here nor there, but you,
Guild
a
Pampered Chef party. I like it. We can come in costume.
Oh my.
No, I wouldn't.
That'd be funny.
But it would be funny. It would be funny. So, I don't know, do you want to help me with this?
What is it?
So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get all the flesh out, so I'm... Yep. So what I'll do is I will try to get all the pits out, the stones. Okay. Like this. That way, that's right, you just do that. Woohoo! Good shot! This bowl, by the way, is Pampered Chef as well. It's the small bowl. It comes in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. So there's, yes. What's it look like on the front?
We can make things from the WoW cookbook. There is a World of Warcraft cookbook.
Really?
There is a World of Warcraft cookbook. That would be actually really clever.
That would be clever.
All the nerds would love it. Actually, Chris, if my phone is currently being used to record this, so I don't have access to anything, but if you can hit up Discord and see if Sork is online, get Sork in here. Worst case scenario, he can host my channel, and hopefully we'll get Lyric Sheila some more publicity. That way she can shift this over to her own channel.
It's a good thing you're moving back, because you'd be able to set all this up for me, and show me how, because...
Yeah. I'm hoping to turn the guest room into a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would really like to turn the guest room into like a proper studio.
I understand that. We'll see how it works out.
Cool.
Okay. Alright. This is very messy. I think I'm going to have to take the garbage can out because we are running out of room. Basically, though, we could probably discuss. Oh, Moon is not on yet. That's alright. Scott went away. Shift core is not here. Oh, it's already. It's 4 minutes away from being done. What was I saying? Yeah, the recipes we use. I'm assuming that whatever you guys like from the WoW cookbook will be really close to what I do anyway. Or we could discuss something else, but it would be very interesting to see what the WoW cookbook has. Is it online? Online?
I honestly, I don't know. That's not something I've ever actually pursued.
Well, I understand that, and I think it's time to close the door. It's not as warm out as it used to be.
The cats are going out there.
The cats went out there?
Yeah, they were going out there. I don't know if they're stopped right now.
Uh-oh. Well, I just closed the door, so they might be stuck. Yeah, Jeb loves it out there.
Bella went out there, and yeah, look at her, and she just runs back inside. I'm like, you can stay out there.
Oh, well. Alright, so, so we used this masher before to make butternut squash. Now we're going to use this tool called the Mix and Chop for the guacamole. I actually like using this for the carnitas that we're about to embark on. I've got bunches of other things to do still. All right. Let me get this out of the way. Because we still have to get some lettuce cut up. Let me chop up some cilantro.
You know, your channel's called Kitchen Karaoke. At some point in this, you're going to have to sing.
I'm going to have to sing?
You have to sing.
Oh, did I told you? I don't remember who I told.
What?
Told what?
I'm singing in church tomorrow morning.
Congratulations.
Oh, awesome.
I got
You didn't tell me.
Late last night I got a call.
You're making guacamole?
Yeah, she's making guacamole.
I love guacamole.
Do you want to help with the guacamole? At this point, I'm here as the face of the channel, just so people know it's me.
I kind of just came out here to get get some water.
Came out here to get some
Get
water.
some water.
She only wants the guacamole when it's actually done.
Hold on now. Almost.
All the
almost
reward,
done.
none of the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need this space, so I'm gonna
Rude.
get this taken care of. That's good enough. Now you can dump all that in the garbage, please. Okay, now here's the thing about guacamole. Guacamole will turn colors, please. Guacamole will turn colors if you don't cover it. And since we're making it kind of early, 'cause we're not eating for another, oh, it's already 5:30. We're gonna have to hurry this up.
Is there anything I can actually help with? Other than just walking around and interacting with the audience?
If you could go outside and get at least one, if not two, of the romaine lettuce things.
Yeah, I can go find them.
Then you can chop it up for me too, and you can. One is enough because you're going to put it in here.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
Do you need any help too? As well?
Yeah, I'm here too.
Okay. So yeah, at this point, I'd like someone to take the mix and chop and
Didn't we use
So
that
now-
to do for the sugar?
say select this. What?
Didn't we use that to like separate the sugar?
We did.
It's when you're cooking for a
That's
massive
right.
amount of people, you buy in bulk.
Well, that's right.
Let me wash my hands first. And then you're back.
So I'm gonna do a rough chop on the cilantro because we're gonna put it into the guacamole, but we're also gonna use it when we build our tacos.
It's gonna be Taco Saturday.
Taco Saturday.
Okay. Did you want to do a cake?
No, I was gonna move it over here.
You can take that out of the way if you want.
Oh, the chair?
Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna put the rest of this over here.
Okay, I used to know which knives were what.
Yeah, we really don't, I don't really have that anymore, Scott.
So just grab a knife and go?
Just grab, in fact, if you, yeah,
Oh, this smells so good.
yeah, doesn't it? If you want to use this, I just have to wash it off because it has cilantro on it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now I'm going to take the smaller knife, which I don't remember where it is, but is it right there? Where's my little knife? Oh, you've got it. I'm going to cut up the tomatoes. And we'll throw that in there too. And we need some more tomatoes for in there.
Leave out garlic. Do you put garlic in your guacamole?
Generally, I do not.
I think there was a can we in somewhere in there.
You can if you want to put a little bit in.
No, it's okay. I was just curious because I've had guacamole without garlic, so I wasn't sure if it was like a mandatory recipe.
I make mine just as simple as possible.
Okay.
Oh, you're good at that, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yeah, the fantasy's gone today. We're real names only.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to call me Diva.
Well, probably brand by Lyric Sheila.
Well, but Ziva's my older name.
Yep, no one knows that.
I know that.
Your channel name is Lyric Sheila, so.
That's true.
I like that.
Lyric Sheila?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Oops.
Okay.
Got a little excited.
It's okay. So now, Steph, if you want to go over there on top of the stovetop is freshly squeezed lime juice. If you could go
Right there.
right there on the stovetop.
Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would say put in about 3 tablespoons of it.
3 tablespoons. Alright. Where are the table?
Oh, let me see. I think I washed it. It's right here.
What kind of tomatoes are those?
These are Kumato tomatoes. Mini Kumatos. I buy them because they're pretty. They don't taste any different than, well, they might be a tiny bit sweeter.
You said 3?
Yeah, for now. And afterwards I will give it a taste. And we'll see where we have to go with it. What I will do is I'll put some salt in. But I won't do that until after I've already put in some of the tomato.
Do you still use compost? Do you still create compost with everything extra?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
You like compost?
It's not that I don't like it. I think I'm going to need some more tomatoes, right? That's what it looks like to me.
You like guacamole, right, Sue?
Yeah, guacamole's good.
Maybe it's in here? Ah, here they are. Alright. Okay, that's good. Because at this point, I really don't want the tomatoes to be too mashed up.
Whoops.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna put in a few more. I think that is perfect. You don't need to do any more. That's really lovely.
Okay.
All right.
That was fun.
Isn't that a great tool?
For stress relief?
It's stress release.
It's funny. That tool is like $12. It's like the most popular tool that we have. Everybody orders it.
That's good stuff.
You use it for a lot of things.
Well, I had
Do you want me to try it?
Kaylin just mix it at this point. We had to go into some a bag of sugar, but it was under there for a while, so it was hard. Kaylin took that tool and it came out really granulated again. Yeah. You want to finish doing this? You see what I'm doing? All I'm doing is cutting half and then cutting quarter. So once you finish that up, and that'll go in there. All right. All right, so now the only thing we need at this point, sour cream. I'm gonna do salsa. Woo! Look at all this. It's too bad. It's too bad the cats don't eat lettuce.
Yeah.
I promise you chop it up. You chop it up and put it in their food. They'll eat it.
Are you making beans as well?
Making what?
Beans?
What kind of beans would you want?
Just like black beans. I just like them heated.
Oh, I got black beans. I can do
Do
that.
you specifically want black beans?
Yeah, I like black beans.
Okay.
Well, I just figured that since you guys are doing those taco things,
Yeah.
I don't want to feel left out, so I can use beans.
That's fair. That's smart.
Well, I was making the fish.
Oh, I know. But I want to have that with like next to the taco.
Oh, okay.
Just be careful with the thing that the things you can't have.
I know.
Some of the things you made have cumin in it, and she can't have that.
Well, that's only in here.
Really
Yeah.
good.
And she's not, shoot. Okay, I went 8 minutes too much. Stop. All right, so I stopped it. Now I turned this around only because I don't want the steam going into my, the bottom of my microwave. I'd rather it go up directly into the ceiling. And you look at that, nothing's left of the steam. I love it.
Do you want me to put something over this guacamole for now?
Yeah, I already put the cilantro in it, didn't I?
Yeah,
And the lime juice. Did we have to taste it first?
that's right.
Oh my god, that smells so good! Alright, let me just taste that real quick.
Oh, I guess you're using. Guess you're using this.
It's good. I would like a tiny bit of salt in there.
What could we do if we didn't have salt? There any substitutions we could do?
Nope.
Oh,
When you talk about chefing, you use salt.
that's fair.
I'm not putting a lot in.
Salt isn't bad for you, Scott.
Okay,
Like
you
not
just
a whole
give that a
lot.
little mix again, and then what you can do is take saran wrap and then put it directly on the food.
Directly on the food?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that way you won't have any space and possible air to get at it. Okay? Beautiful cake. All right. This is almost ready to go. All right, so now I'm gonna. All right, Scott, you're all done with this?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you wanted to use that again for something else.
At this point, the only thing that's left to go out is the sour cream and the salsa, which have to go into bowls.
Okay.
Because now this is ready, that's just going to go on the other side. I guess we can do it in these bowls, huh? This is festive.
I like it.
So I guess we're not going to use that guy.
So let's put this here and here.
Right, so once that gets put away, if you want to go into the refrigerator and get the sour cream
Sure.
and put it in, I will give you some spoons.
Where should I put this?
Both of them?
Is it cat
Right
stuck
in there.
outside? I hear meow.
Are they?
I
No,
can
just
take
one, Scott.
Meow?
You guys out here?
it. They shouldn't have been. No, it's Jeff playing with his blanket.
Aww.
That's fine.
Are these spoons for the harvest?
Well, well, I will eventually get spoons for that too, yes. Did you finally take your medicine?
We gotta tell this car's because it's supposed to be freezing rain tonight.
We'll do that after dinner, Gary.
Well, we gotta do it while it's light.
Okay.
All this
People, you
off-screen
have to
talk.
have one of these can openers. Okay, this is a Pampered Chef can opener. It doesn't go on the side, it goes on the top, and what it does is it cuts underneath the lip of the top of your can. So that, well, let me just show you. So I'm putting it on, and then I twist until it catches. Now that I'm twisting it, now the can is moving around. Okay? At some point, it just clicked and it felt easier. So now that I go counterclockwise halfway, and that is done. Now there's a little pincer here. You take the pincer, you put it on the side of the lid, and you lift up. Now, look what I'm going to do. Oh! See, the edge is so smooth that you will never cut yourself with it. That also means that the blades here don't get dirty. Usually what you have to do with a regular one is every time you use it, you got to clean it. Otherwise it gets gunky dirty. You see any dirt in there?
I do not.
I haven't cleaned it in probably about 4 months. Okay, don't have to. All right.
Should I put this out there too?
Sure. Thank you.
Of course.
So you just want the black beans to be warmed up, right?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. You want them rinsed?
Next drain.
Oh, drained. Okay, but not rinsed. That's fine. Okie dokie then.
Thank you.
Goofy.
Yep, you're welcome.
I'll move this out there too.
It's interesting because when I make other kinds of Spanish dishes, like when I do my pulled chicken, I add black beans and corn to the recipe. Oh, speaking of corn, the corn she's done. All right. What is it that you have that I can borrow? I'm sorry, I didn't look at your your comment until just now. What did I need? Oh well, I don't know. Well, anyway, let me put this in the microwave to get warmed up. All right, now let's get. I guess I do have to use this. Let's get clean. This back. Okay, so oh, right.
Do you want to help with that? It's
Sorry?
like easy because there's a hole right in it.
I saw it, but I'm going to do it this way instead because I don't want to burn my fingers. But the hole was perfect because that made it easy to cook. You never want to cook something in a completely sealed bag. Even though you can buy them and they say you can cook right in the bag.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, right.
Can you help me?
Take the butter and put it on the table too, please. Thank you. Okay. Very good. Okay, now. All right, Kate.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to take the mix and chop. Just be very careful because I'm going to ask you to chop up the meat that's in here right now. I'm going to unplug this, but still, this is hot. So I want you to do this, but I don't want the meat to be too much chopped. You know, just do the best you can like this, all right? Thank you. And then I will get this is the bowl we'll serve it in. Okay. All right, so we've really finished cooking. We just warmed up some black beans that's going to go. So we have cilantro and lettuce and tomato and sour cream and salsa. I don't know what happened to the salsa. It must be out on the table already.
Yeah.
Yep. And now I'm going to put out some small ears of corn. And I'm going to put out some tortillas. And we're pretty ready to go to eat. 10 minutes to 6. Woohoo! It's amazing how fast this quick cooker is. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I mean, even though I didn't speak a lot, especially in the beginning because I didn't know we were being live fed. All right. So,